What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Play the Vinyl podcast. I'm trying to think about what really came out in music this week. I really don't think that much has happened. Aside from the fact that Cardi B just put her nipples out on Twitter. That's always cool. Um, but that's that's it in terms of excitement, I guess, in music. Um, I know Made in Tokyo dropped a track. Not like I'm gonna fucking listen to that anyway. Okay, you know what I'm gonna talk about because the past two albums I reviewed are Spillagion by Spillage Village, and then I reviewed All Thoughts Fly. Both great albums, both fantastic albums, both greatly composed and put together. Um, for the first one for Spillagion, Spilligion. I have no fucking clue how to say it. But for the first one, I want to talk about Chance the Rapper. Obviously acid rap is acid rap, but do you guys really think that acid rap justifies the rest of this man's career? I was a big fan of Coloring Book when it came out, and I thought that Chance the Rapper actually, in terms of songwriting, was one of the best out there. Or lyricism, but a different type of lyricism than like a Doom or like a in terms of like poetics, I guess. On songs like Blessings Reprise and Blessings and what was like oh how great Summer Friends, like Chance really showed some amazing poeticism, and I thought he showed some real maturity from acid rap. And of course, acid rap, the reason it's so great is because it's so immature and so, youthful and fucking just childish, and how awesome it is, and because it's just made by this teenager who's, you know, fucking passing out mixtapes. Like that's what makes it. And obviously, again, acid rap is like probably one of the best rap mixtapes to come out from the newer, not the newest, but the newish generation of rappers. Obviously J. Cole's mixtapes are up there. Kenny doesn't really have any mixtapes that are profound. He just kind of went in with fucking albums and shit right off the bat. I don't think Section 80 is considered a mixtape anymore. But obviously, like, Cole dropped, stuff like Friday Night Lights and the other ones that he fucking dropped. What are the other ones? And Drake dropped the Comeback Season. And obviously Joey Badass dropped the best, like one of the best, literally best mixtapes of all time with 1999. But I digress. So obviously Chance dropped fucking acid rap. Everyone loves it, but is it seriously enough to justify like keeping this man relevant? I mean, he clearly went pop, and it's not that a lot of my favorite artists have gone pop. Like even Kendrick went pop at a certain point. He was on the radio more than like with To Pimp a Butterfly, you heard King Kunta and All Right, but then it was like after that he was doing all these features and fucking Taylor Swift song, whatever. Cole did KOD, which is like kind of, it's not pop, but it was KOD. And obviously he's done his fair share of features. He's actually probably stayed out of the mainstream later in his career, while Kendrick has moved into the mainstream later in his career. With Chance, he obviously went pop, like all the songs he did with Justin Bieber. I know he just released one. I'm not fucking listening to it. DJ Khaled. And it's like, I feel like as time goes by and as he's moved into that phase, it's like, he's like lost some of his rapping capabilities, because that song that I have to remember the name of the song. Spilling on. Yeah, Judas. On the song Judas off of Spilligion. It was like, it's a fucking great song. And then he comes in with this fucking stupid ass rhyme scheme with whack lyrics. Like, I think at one point he said, "I might be light skinned, but I'm matte black." Coming from Chance, that's way below the bar. And I feel like everything he's done since I might need security was a good song, but it's like everything he's done since then. Obviously, Big Day was like one of the biggest flops of all time. But it's just like he ruins every single fucking song he's been on, and it's kind of sad because at one point he was one of those artists that you would look forward to being on a song or whatever. And it's just he's fallen off so hard, and it sucks that these rappers kind of stay relevant in music just because he's Chance the Rapper. He's more of a fucking character at this point than a rapper. Because he made fucking Acid Rap, and because he made 10 Day, and because he made The Coloring Book. Those are three good, like 10 Days good, and the other two are fucking great. But it's like he primed at like 23, and what is he? He must be no older than 26 still. But it's like, I don't know, so early in your career you fucking give out into becoming pop, and he's obviously lost so much of his talent. He's 27. So still, I think when Coloring Book dropped, the man was like 24 or some shit. It's like, come on, man, And don't go calling fucking Coloring Book a mixtape and saying not fuck labels, but like, I don't want to be with a label, I'm an independent artist, all this bullshit. And then go fucking, like, making songs with DJ Khaled, pretty much, and that's all we hear from you for, like, years. And then dropping Big Day. Shut the fuck up. Stop being on songs. Stop ruining good songs. It's not that every feature he does is dirt fucking trash, but it's just everything he does sounds so half-assed. It's like if I were to take the time, and I did this on my review, and write, I could fucking rhyme every other word as well, Chance. Like, that's not a hard fucking thing to do. I mean, at least coming from a writer and someone who writes and someone who's written lyrics and verses and shit like that, like, that's not a hard thing to do. The hard thing to do is to do that while keeping substance in your raps. I mean, Earl Sweatshirt is like one of the kings of internal rhyming. Like, think of Hive off of his early shit. He's kind of left the internal stuff in the past because his change in delivery. I mean, he still does it, but it was like early in Earl's career, it was just like rhyme after rhyme after rhyme. Like, provided with the backdrop music for the crack rock user, and on the mascot Earl, rawer than the skin knee caps on the blacktop, salivary glands, lighter fluid for the matchbox. Like every fucking word rhymes, but there's it's still interesting. It's lyrically dense. Like, it means something. You're not just fucking spitting out words like I might be light skinned but I'm matte black. That's like the infamous Drake line off of fucking Nonstop that everyone knows. Come on, man. Like, Chance is such a fucking disappointment to me. And there have been artists that, have dropped a bad project and it's like, okay. Like Jack Harlow dropped fucking Sweet Action. That shit was hot garbage. That's really the most recent one. I mean, Uzi dropped Eternal Take, but it's like everything after that wasn't necessarily trash. I mean, Big Day was really, really bad, but it's not like, it's not like they completely fell off after that. Uzi has had good features, and Harlow's, I'm waiting on what the fuck he's gonna do, frankly, but he's pop now, which sucks, but, we're not gonna get that back. It's disappointing. I don't think I have as much as a disappointment. And listen, maybe he's artistically burned out, whatever it is. But it's like, he sounds like he doesn't fucking care about it anymore. And I feel like he gives off that vibe where he's just like, he's a celebrity, like, and that's all he is now. He used to be so artistic, and he used to have such a fucking aesthetic behind his music, and a different aesthetic from Acid Rap into fucking Coloring Book. Different aesthetic. Coloring Book was much more grown and much more, mature and profound and detailed, and and metaphorical, but it's like, I don't know, like how, I don't know, he fell off so hard, so hard. I think he's done. I think he's burnt out. I could go, I could do my time without ever hearing a fucking Chance the Rapper song again and be happy. I'm not pulling my chair. My mic is like not sensitive at all, so I am literally sitting under my mic right now. Yeah, I think Chance is burnt out. I don't think there's any chance that he's making it. Nah, no pun intended. But I don't think there's any chance like he's gonna drop another fucking 9 or 8. Like Big Day was like a 1, if that. Like that shit was a snooze fest. Yeah. So that's the first thing that's fucking pissing me off, because I'm fucking tired today, and I'm grumpy because I have classes. I'm recording in between classes right now. Didn't fucking sleep well last night, and I've been pissed about this fucking Chance thing for like a week now. So thanks, Chance. Thanks for that. Thanks for fucking ruining my mood listening to that album. Not the good thing about that album was that, the following songs after that were so happy and so joyous and uplifting. But fuck you, Chance. Fuck you. Stop it. If you're gonna keep doing that, just stop making music. Don't try. Don't give us half-ass shit. I'd rather have another artist on there who's gonna fucking try and write his heart out. Oh. This is why I need fucking Earl to drop and Peggy to drop. So I get so pissed off with the fucking bullshit that drops nowadays. And I get so fucking tired of it. Which honestly, like, Spilligion was such a fucking breath of fresh air, because that album was Afrocentric. It was, well put together, lyrical, fun to, like, it was easily enjoyable, but, like, fuck yo. Music gets so redundant after a while, and Chance the Rapper is, like, the definition of that. I want that Chance. Not, I love my wife. She's my wife. What else we got today? I just rambled about Chance the Rapper for 12 minutes. That's how fucking pissed I am. So what else? So I obviously listen to All Thoughts Fly, and I know, anyone who does listen to this fucking podcast is a hip hop fan. Like that's whatever. But if you are a hip hop fan, seriously, please expand your horizons. Life will become so much more enjoyable. Music will become so much more enjoyable. You won't. I know, like, listen, I was 15 once, like, only listening to Eminem. Like, I get it. Like, I've literally, like, stopped talking to people because they were listening to music that I didn't like, and it's a big social thing. And you become, like, passionate and kind of stubborn with what you listen to. But, like, expand your horizons, guys, because I'm sorry, I'm fucking playing with my mic. Expand your horizons. I mean, ever since, like, I grew up in, around a lot of different music before I could form my own opinion, my own taste. When I did form my own taste, you kind of dive in. It's almost like as you become a teenager, you become more independent, and whatever fucking independence that your parents let you have, and it's with that you want to have a bold statement with the music you kind of fuck with. There are a few, the few bunch who like continue to listen to whatever their parents had on repeat, in their daily rotation. But I think that, as a person and as a music fan, you kind of have to form your own opinion at once. Why do you think like every fucking middle class white girl listens to like emo music, like, and like boy bands and shit? Like, that's fucking why, because it's not what their parents listen to. So, yeah, so guys, like, because I want to talk about this album,
because it was really, really, really well put together. You know, I know some hip hop fans are into like dream pop and like post rock stuff, so like Long Season and oh, this title always fucking gets me. Lift your skinny fingers like antennas to heaven. I think. I think that's what it's called. You know, but like shit like that. There's another one too. You know, there's a bunch of instrumental fucking masterpieces out there. Those are really like two that I think of, but you know, it's like expand your because as soon as you start listening to other fucking music and as soon as you start listening to other shit, um, you enjoy music as a whole more. Because when you're listening to rap or when you're listening to folk or hip or I already said rap or rock and roll or heavy metal, you hear things that like you're like, oh, like if you're listening to horrorcore rap, right? Obviously. Go back and listen to fucking like the first metal bands and shit. And it's like, oh, that's where this comes from. You know, because although rap is extremely unique, rap is also extremely derived from other forms of music. Go listen to fucking Hendrix. Like, go listen to blues players. You will hear that shit literally directly in rap. Like, if you listen to Future, I don't want to make this assumption because Future has Hendrix in his last name, but I'm gonna do it. If you listen to Future and you listen to Hendrix, like the actual Jimi Hendrix, you actually will hear fucking similarities in their delivery. The auto tune, the emotion in his like that the auto tune is supposed to convey, the kind of singing, because Hendrix wasn't out here fucking busting out, you know, high notes or whatever, but it's like the way that they sing, you know, the way that they are delivering and conveying their emotions through their voice is very similar. Like, I bet if Hendrix was alive, he would be fucking playing around with autotune. Like, it's the same shit. Or like listen to fucking Bob Dylan and listen to any rapper. Like, that's rap. Like, that was rap. I mean, it's white people rap, but it's fucking rap. Like, listen to Earl and listen to Bob Dylan. Like, listen to like Shelter from the Storm or listen to I don't know, like I'm trying to think of one of the extremely lyric because there are so fucking many. Hold up, I'm gonna pull one up right now. Like Bob Dylan. Which I don't know. I don't even know which fucking album to pull this on. Let's go for Blood on the Tracks. Yeah, like listen to Simple Twist of Fate. Listen to Idiot Wins. Listen to fucking. I already said Shelter from the Storm. Let's go to Blonde on Blonde. Visions of Johanna. Like, you're gonna hear these like you hear it now more in Earl's music, or you hear it in a lot of those type of rappers' music, but you're gonna hear like the fucking comparisons. Or listen to Bob Dylan, then go listen to MF Doom, and you will hear literally what I'm talking about. You're gonna hear fucking like the metaphors that Doom will say. Fuck, like I wish I could fucking pull one off of my like fancy clown, right? Like that's obviously like a metaphor for some shit. You go back and listen to Bob Dylan, you're gonna hear like the same metaphors. You're gonna be like, what the fuck does that shit mean? Like Calypso dancing with fucking jewels or some shit. I don't know. I know there's a line about Calypso in one of his songs, but you know, aside from the fact that like Bob Dylan's more easier stuff to listen to is fire as well, but like it's all connected. I mean, I work in a guitar store and it's like, or in a music store more so, and everyone like I was talking to someone I work with and it was like, what kind of music you listen to? And I said, hip hop, but I feel like that's a sin, you know? Like, I feel like that's a sin to say in here. He's like, dude, we all grew up listening to hip hop, and we all play guitar, bass, drums, like, you know what I mean? It's all connected. Like, if you limit yourself to hip hop, or you limit yourself to only rap, and you're like, listen, anything that's not rap is fucking trash, or you know, I know it gets racial to a point. It's like, I'm not listening to fucking, like, white folk music. I'm not listening to fucking, you know, redneck shit. I don't listen to bluegrass. I don't listen to fucking country. Like, I don't like it. But if you don't give it a chance, and if you don't explore, like if you hear one indie rock band and you're like, dude, this shit is fucking boring, that's like, don't stop there. Go find another one, because you're gonna find, like, I guarantee that there's an indie rock band who sounds like JPEG Mafia but rock, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, this is dope. And then who knows? You pick up the guitar, start playing piano, or you go back and you're like, all right, so this is indie rock, so now let's go back to rock and roll and see like how that formed this. Then if you don't like the first rock and roll fucking artist you hear, you go, okay, but you don't stop there. Go find another one, because I bet that's what happens with a lot of people. It's like, I know for some, like cloud rap, that's probably happened to me. Like, I've done that. I made the mistake of like, I put on one song, I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking garbage, and then I just never go back to it. But like, go back, don't stop there, because I know that happens with a lot of people. It's gonna be like, yo, you're a hip hop head, or like, yo, what I don't get is some of you guys are like still fucking like old heads with hip hop, and that's cool. But how? Like, how do you only listen to old hip hop, dude? Like, how do you only listen to music that's not like evolving and having new sounds? Like, let's say you only listen to Wu-Tang, right? Because I know this happens. This shit happens. You only listen to Wu-Tang and you put on fucking like Nirvana, right? And you go, nah, this shit's garbage. Don't stop there. If this is another album, listen to another song first of all. And if you don't like Nirvana, it's just the band. Go listen to another fucking grunge band. Like, you'll find something, because it seriously makes music so much more enjoyable. Tying that into All Thoughts Fly, it's like, if I never went and listened to Fishman's, or and I personally wasn't a fan of lift your skinny fists like in Tenets to Heaven, or lift your skinny fingers, whatever. I wasn't a personal fan of it. To me, it didn't make me feel good. Like, it really didn't. Fishman's did. Like, Fishman's Long Season by Fishman's did. That shit is fucking dope. But yeah, like, if I never listened to that shit, I wouldn't be able to enjoy this album. And that album, All Thoughts Fly, is literally all Oregon in 2020, guys. But it's fire. Like, music is music. Music is always evolving, and music always draws back onto what music has been in the past. I mean, listen to fucking Kanye. Kanye samples shit from like doo-wop and all this shit. It's like, come on, it's music still, and the only differences between music genres are like the tones and the minors, the majors, the intervals used, like the timings, but it's all composed of the same like sounds. Like, it's all composed of the same, not the same types of sound, but the same sounds. It's all using a fucking piano. It's all using, even if you produce electronically, like, you're fucking using recorded instruments that are then turned into digital form and digitized, or you're sampling older shit that's been used. So like, music is music. I think until you realize that, it cripples you in terms of like, being a music fan and enjoying music. If I never discovered like neo folk, and if I never discovered like Neutral Milk Hotel and like Phoebe Bridgers and shit, like, I wouldn't have picked the guitar back up again. And like, from there you evolve and you start getting better and better and better. And not that I didn't not play guitar, but I was inconsistent with it. Like, I would play video games instead of playing the guitar for sense. But it's just like, music is music. Whether you listen to it, you play it, it's all one big thing. So just let yourself enjoy the realm of music, not just a genre. Like, let yourself enjoy the whole universe, not just a planet within the solar system. Because like, that's so tiny. Like, there are millions and millions of planets and stars and rocks and fucking asteroids out there and shit, dude. But if you limit yourself to only listening to one genre of music, first of all, you'll probably burn it out. Just like, if you live on one planet, humans don't leave Earth, this shit's getting burnt out, right? First of all, you're gonna burn your music listening experience out. and you're limiting your potential. Like if I'm using the same analogy, go to Mars. There's a new expensive material. There's someone could strike it rich, or that material can be indestructible, and blah blah blah. And now everyone is safe. There are no more wars. Whatever the fuck it leads to, or like there's unlimited food supplies on Mars, right? You limit your potential when you stick to that one planet in the one solar system out of the hundreds and millions of galaxies in the fucking universe. So don't limit yourself to like Wu-Tang in rap, in hip hop, in like I don't even like hip hop fits within something else, in contemporary music, or that's not even fucking contemporary anymore. So in 90s music. Well, no, it would be in boom bap, blended with horrorcore in a way. In rap, in hip hop, in 90s music, like you're those are already all the layers that you have to get past to get to where you have to be to discover new potential. Go listen to rap, right? So let's say you only listen to Wu-Tang. You go listen to fucking Dipset. You're still on your planet. You're still in your realm. Like, that's cool, but you still expanded. Like, you moved to a continent or some shit. I don't fucking know. You moved to another state. But what you really need to do is leave the planet. Leave your musical realm. Because that's when you start discovering these things that, are just like nothing you ever could have imagined you would have listened to. And like no sounds that you ever imagined you would have heard, and that leads to you feeling emotions and like having moods of which you like never thought you would feel. I hope that makes sense in a way. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Because that's how this last album made me feel. It was like an organ in 2020 for 40 minutes straight, but it made me feel things that other types of music, the ones that I usually listen to, don't really make me feel, So, expand your shit, man. Get out there. Music is music. You have this whole universe to expand. Don't limit yourself to a fucking planet. Have fun with it. Well, yep. I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. I am super. I don't even know if I fucking said this. I'm super fucking tired today. I don't think I've been this tired during the day for a couple months. Fuck school, bro. I can't. I got class in 20 minutes. I just had class since 8 a.m. This is the life of a college student, and I fucking podcast and write reviews. I don't get paid for it. Fun stuff, right? And I work now, so. Alright. So, you know where to find me. Instagram, I play the vinyl. Dots in between it. I've gone through that. Why? The reasons. Just do it. If you're watching this on YouTube, which you kind of have to, subscribe, like, turn on that notification bell. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say, guys. So, peace out. I will see you in the next episode, and that's that. I love all the sounds that fucking get through when I turn around.